what has brought me to make these videos is something which I experienced at the end of the last century in Germany. And this was a doctor who was also a healer based in Berlin, in a live television transmission, gave the people of Germany, I don't know how many million people were watching, a healing transmission directly on live television. Proved to be very successful, so successful that the medical guild in Berlin got themselves together and withdrew his permission to practice. Interesting. That can no longer happen, because since a case was won before the Federal Constitutional Court in 2004, healing is now a recognized healing profession in Germany. So what I'm doing now, and I'm sitting here in Germany actually doing this, is even in Germany legal. I don't know of any other cases, but I was surprised if there aren't any, of other healers doing the same thing on live television broadcasts. What we're doing here, however, we're recording a video. Now, quantum field theory says that by recording it onto a video, the energy which I give will also take place wherever and whenever the video is viewed. Now, I want your feedback on this. I want you to use these videos and tell me what you experience. We have very, very good reason to believe that these videos will be effective, but this is the live test, as it were. Now, the first the first transmission that I'm going to give are to do with the kidneys. The kidneys are the beginning of spring, and spring is what we're just moving into here in the Northern Hemisphere. Have a lot of work to do in spring of pumping the, so I say, the juice up from the roots to the life, which is why it is said in English, spring is the time when a young man's fancy turns to thoughts of love. Or stating it more prosaically, spring is a time when all good men get randy, and all good women as well. They're just not allowed to be as expressive about it. Well, things may change. So, what we're actually going to do is 3 sessions. The first one will be quite gentle, and it's all about helping the kidneys wake up. Then we do a second one which is more intense, and then we do a third one which is very, very intense. And what I want you to do is to do the first one a few times before you do the second one a few times before you do the third one. And the more often you do them, the greater the effect. Now, the kidneys do not only have this job of bringing up the vitality in spring, but also a very large proportion of, things like back pain and intestinal problems and whatnot have a lot to do with the kidneys. And so we may find that a lot of this starts to disappear. Okay, the first thing we need to know is, where are the kidneys? Now, there's a lot of belief about that the kidneys are somewhere around here. They're not. That's just where you tend to get a lot of pain if the kidneys are not in very good order. The kidneys are actually here. Now, easy to find. You have a rib cage. You have 9 ribs which join your breastbone. So they come up like this and join the breastbone. That's the first 9. You have a 10th rib which stops here, almost directly below the nipples. Then you have an 11th rib that ends at the side here. And then you have a 12th rib which is exactly as long as your little finger, and that is exactly here. Okay, here is the 12th rib, and directly behind the 12th rib Next to the backbone are the kidneys here, left and right. That's where we're going to be working.